Fuimos, papi. Reggae, entrarle en la noche, llévatelo, se bacán.
More than anything, the example that this family always gives is what really keeps everybody looking at all of you, because it's not just the song, it's that you really live it. And every time we see you come to Puerto Rico, all of you can show the vibe that you're talking about, and that's incredible.
You have to live it, and it's not only some way that you live while you're on the road either, but this should be a continuous liberty.
Yes.
When you go home, you're with your family, you live that purity in heart. You have patience to listen to your children before you get angry. It's a continual spiritual way of living.
That's
you know.
nice.
So
nice.
we are thankful for everybody that come to our shows, and we are thankful for the vibe that we give, and we hope that they are getting the message that we are trying to get across.
That's great. That's my last question, because I know you're tired and I want to leave you alone, you know.
No problem. It's my pleasure. I hardly give interviews, so this is really my pleasure.
Very nice. Thank you for that, Sharon. If you have to give one message to I'll be very fast at it. One more question. If you have to give one message to all societies of all, because I know you're traveling the whole world. What is the common thing between all of us? You know, even Latins, white man, the American man. You know, what's up?
The common thing is that we all breathe the same air. You know, the air you breathe is no different from the air I breathe. It's no different from the air people breathe in Africa. It's no different from the air people breathe all the way down in Australia. It's the same oxygen that the Lord has created. If you cut each of us, this is the same color blood.
True.
People in Africa don't have black blood.
True.
And people in Europe don't have white blood. I don't get that. So I think it's time for people to look higher. You know, look over this concept of where you come from, but think about where you're going.
Very nice.
You know, I think that's where I am now in my stage of life. I'm 35 now, and there's a lot of things I've seen. I've been a lot of places. I've come across a lot of prejudice and a lot of other kinds of discrimination. And instead of me trying to think about how to fight back, I am thinking, you know, let me just embrace all of these people and show them it's not hard.
It's very nice.
It's not hard to embrace.
That's great. And what do you think? You know, the whole family, they feel the same way. Is this?
Oh yes, because divide and rule is what has been going on in the history of the world. People separate each other. You are Catholic, you are Jews,
exactly.
You are German, you are, you know, Puerto Rican. You separate and you divide up the people, and they become weaker.
It's true.
The nation, the world become weaker. So divide and rule is what's been going on for years, and we've seen that, and we realize it don't work. So we are trying to unify people by music. You know, and if you look, you see every kind of nation at our shows. That's why we sing Rainbow Country. You know, that's what Rainbow Country is all about.
Sharon, I would keep on talking with you a long time. Thank you for this time. And
you
all saying you're doing
coming.
Such a great example, you know, and I'm sure your father upstairs is very proud.
God bless you.
And that's what really counts.
That's what makes me happy, when people say to me, you know, you're doing a good job.
Oh,
keep it up.
man. You came running to this trailer, screaming and dancing, and that's when I said I have to talk to you, because it was real. It wasn't not just for the people. It's real.
That's you, the people that does that for me.
Thank you, Sharon.
All right, Rastafari.
Very nice meeting you.
All right. How are you? This is Sharon Marley from Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers, and you're watching Late Night with Louise. Keep it on it.
Thank you, Puerto Rico. Keep watching. Gracias.
All right.
Have a nice trip home. You too.
Todos somos iguales, todos somos iguales. Esta es la noche, pan, llévatelo, Seba.
That baby is a part of the parent, but the baby is an entity we need to celebrate its own mind. So music, we are inspired and it comes from us, but it have its own existence, which we have to accept. And if we can pass on that original form of innocence in the music to the people, and that is the goal. That's why I would say the spirit of music. Try to make that reach the people now more than it's more than what you hear, you know what I mean? It's what you feel, you know? It's more than deaf people feel vibrations. They can't hear, but they can feel vibration. So this is the music, vibration. And letting the music be what it is. That's all we can, right now, that's all we can do. We just have to be true to ourselves right now, you know? And just, who don't like it, you know, that's just the way it is on earth, you know.
That's great. That's great. I think that you're really projecting that, and you're doing a great job. I told you that once, that you really, more than just talking a message, you're living the example, you know, and that's the most I respect from you and your whole family, you know, that you really live it. Every time you come to Puerto Rico, the way you go up in stage, you know, you can show the way that you let everybody shine, you know, and that's beautiful. That's why I really respect what you're doing, you know.
Nice.
And how about, you know, if you've been traveling the whole world, what is the common thing going on in all, you know? What can you say to society growing up, so maybe we can make a little difference, you know? What is that one message?
What I can say is nothing that has not been said.
Okay.
I can tell people nothing that they don't already know. They know the answer to the problem. Who am I? The earth is how much 1,000 million years old.
True.
This message of what we should do as people is out there from ever. So I mean, if you don't know it now,
it's like,
it is said.
Yes, it's like people saying, yeah, we're gonna make a change. No, that's not true, you know.
For me, my personal opinion is that the greatest thing is love. To have love. To have love is the greatest thing. And when you have love, you see things different. Because love is inside of you. And I don't mean just like love. I mean, what I mean is true love. The love, the way God mean love. And you live that love, and when you're looking through the eyes of love. You understand me? So when you see what you're seeing out there, everything is computing according to love that you have inside of you. You dig what I say? So that is the greatest thing man can really achieve. Man has went to the moon, but man can't have peace.
I swear to God that you know, human compassion really fills me up too. You know, I really think everybody's the same. Doesn't matter the money you have or where you come from. And you know how I said it? See, I say it like this: the race of life is not that everybody's in the same line. There's people in the corner sleeping, people in the corner running already, and people in the start. So it's not equal for everybody. That's why I think it's not fair. You know, I know you just play a show like always. People love you in Puerto Rico. I hope you keep on coming every year.
Yeah.
And you know, keep on going your career because you have a great career.
Yeah, man. We're gonna just do what is true, you know.
Yeah. So you know, thank you for your time.
Hey, this is Ziggy Marley, but don't change the channel. You're watching Late Night with Luis Gonzalez. Almighty.